Good morning to all. Last chapter we have learned about principles of management. Now the second chapter, here we are going to learn about the functions of management. Everyone might be remembering joint Hindu family business. Now what is joint Hindu family business? The business which is carried out by the entire family is called as joint Hindu family business. The head of the family is known as the Karta, whereas the other members, they are known as the co-partners. What Karta does? He plan for every work and for every member. He organizes the resources required to achieve the goal or the objective. He provide direction to other members, that is the co-partners. He situates that the work is in coordination among other members and take necessary control steps if there is any deviations. So whatever work which are done by Karta, that is planning, organizing all the resources, directing the other members of the family, coordinating among them, and taking controlling steps to achieve the objective is called as management. So now according to Henry Fayol, what is management? This we have already learned. Management, that is, to manage is to forecast and to plan, to organize, to command and to control. So to manage is to forecast. Forecast means to predict, and to plan, to organize, to command and to control. This is management. Now in this chapter we are going to see in detail what are the functions of management. The first functions of management is planning. The basic function of management is planning. Then comes organizing, then comes the staffing, then directing, followed by coordinating and controlling. So now let us see what is planning. Planning means it is a process of establishing a goal and a suitable course of action for achieving these goals. Now let's take an example. If an organization has a goal to increase the sale by 10%, okay, so this is the goal of the organization. And what course of action it will take to increase the sale by 10%? That is, it can advertise in various medias, TV, radios, etc. So this action which is taken by the organization to achieve the objective is called as planning. So planning is deciding in advance what to be done, how to do it, when to do, and who is to do it. So that is planning. Then next is organizing. Now what is organizing? Organizing means it is also a process of defining and grouping of the activities of the enterprise and establishing the authority relationship among them. In performing the organizing function, the manager defines departmentalization and design activities so that they can be most effectively executed. So in short, what is organizing? Organizing is, you have to just remember these 4 points: identification and division of work. Once we have planned what is our objective, the next step is to decide the organization structure. So first we have to identify what work we have to do, and based on that the work should be divided among different employees. The second step is departmentalization. The similar activities should be grouped together and departments should be formed. After departmentalization, it is assignment of the duties. The manager has to assign the duties. He has to give work to each and every department according to the skill and the capabilities of the employees. The fourth step is establishing reporting relationship. Now, what is this reporting relationship? Every member should know that he should receive order from whom, and after completing that particular work he should report to whom. So this knowledge should be clear. So that is establishing reporting relationship. So that is what it is said as organizing can be viewed as a bridge connecting the conceptual ideas developed in planning. So what is done in planning? Here in planning, management decides what is to be done, but in organizing function, the ways and means to achieve those plan has to be is implemented. So that is organizing. So that is what it is written. It is a process of bringing together the physical, financial and human resources and developing productive relationship among them for achievement of the organizational goal. Let us take an example. Suppose you want to arrange a birthday party of your father. So now first, what is your goal is to give a party to your dad. The next step, what you will do, once you have planned, you will start implementing it. So that implementation is called as organizing. So now what you will do after planning, for the next step is you will arrange for the decorations. You will place an order with the cake vendor. You will give invitations to the people whom you want to be invited for the party, right? So whatever work you are doing here, this is called as organizing. So what is done in organizing? Here all the resources are brought together, okay? It is divided equally among now take it in case of organization, okay? So now here what is done, whatever resources are they required, they are brought together, they are grouped, okay? Departmentalization are formed of similar activities. Duties are assigned to the employees or the managers, and establishing a reporting relationship. That is what organizing is. Now let us see the third function, staffing. Now staffing, it is a process of recruiting, selecting, placing, appraising, remunerating, developing and retaining the best workforce. Now same way, staffing is also a process. Now what is staffing? Staffing doesn't mean that just appointing a person. Staffing is a process. Process means it includes many things. So what is done in staffing? First, the recruitment is done. Now what is recruitment? Recruitment is searching for the candidate. If there is any vacancy in an organization, the recruitment is done. So that is searching for the candidate. So after recruitment, many people will apply for the particular post. After applying, what the organization does, they select the best candidate which they require for a particular post. So that is selection. After selecting, orientation is given. that is they are given information, they are given knowledge about the organization, about their organization. Then placement is done, their performance are evaluated, they are paid remuneration, that is the salary, and depending upon the change in the environment, they are provided training and development programs. So these training and development programs benefits not only to the employees but also to the organization as a whole. So that is staffing. So staffing includes everything, that is, it includes everything from recruiting, selecting, orientation, giving orientation programs, placing, performance appraisal. Performance appraisal means evaluating the performance of the employee, remunerating, providing training and development programs. So this is staffing. Now once planning is done, all the resources required are arranged properly, that is organization structure is formed, staffing function is done. The next function is directing. Now what is directing? Directing involves instructing, guiding, communicating, inspiring, motivating, and supervising the employees to achieve the predetermined goal of the organization. So same way staffing is the way how staffing is a process, the same way even directing is also a process. So what are the various elements included in directing? They are instructing. Instructing, what is mean? Instructing means giving orders, guiding the employees. What the director does, that is what the manager does, he give instructions, he guide the his subordinate, he provide counseling, he does supervision, motivate them and lead them. For what purpose? To achieve the organizational goal. So that is directing. And the person who does this, he is known as a director. The next function is coordination. That is coordinating. Now what is coordination? Coordination is to harmonize all the activities of a concern to facilitate its working and its success. Now coordination is to harmonize. Harmonize is means to balance. That is, every department should work together. Every employee, they should cooperate with each other, coordinate with each other. For what purpose? To achieve the organizational goal. That is coordination. So coordination is the integration and synchronization of the efforts of the group so as to achieve the organizational goal. So now coordination is integration. Integration means combining together, and synchronization. Synchronization means occurring the work should occur at the same time. So everything should go together. There should be a balance which helps in achieving the organizational goal. So this is coordination. Now the last function of management is controlling. Now what is controlling? Controlling is a process of checking whether or not proper progress is being made towards the objectives and goals, and acting if necessary to correct any deviation. So now what is controlling? Controlling in simple word is comparing our actual performance. Comparing our actual performance with the objectives, and if there is any deviation, means any differences, if there is any differences, we have to find out the cause of that differences or the deviation, correct those actions, put it into those actions, and then finally we can achieve our objective. So that is controlling. You can clearly understand this with this image. So that is, what is controlling is, first we are comparing our actual performance with the set target, and if our performance is low, what we are doing, we are taking corrective steps to achieve our goal. That is controlling. So the functions of management starts with planning and it ends with controlling.